James, obviously seen the statement from Terry Bramall confirming that there'll be an injection of funds into the playing budget for next season. What's your reaction to that, first of all?
Yeah, obviously a positive one, I think, to get that, or to read that statement and have them conversations this early puts us in a good position to have conversations. I don't think that's happened before. So yeah, it's a positive move from the club.
If we could kind of spell it out for people in terms of it coming out at this stage and what it allows you to do. You know, this season there's still a month left of that. What does it allow you to do at this stage that you perhaps wouldn't have been able to do before?
No, I think it's looking at the targets. We've obviously looked at how we want to recruit in the summer. We were aware there's still 5 games to go, so the season's not done. It's been challenging up until this point, and the lads are giving everything to finish the season, but in the background it gives us the opportunity to speak to potential targets, and we know what we're working with, which again hasn't been done at this point. It's usually done further down the line, so it gives us a lot more time to plan, a lot more time to put things in place, and look forward to next season.
You mentioned knowing what you're working with, you're not having to worry about needing to get players out to free funds up. That'll give you a lot of confidence going forward.
Yeah, I think that was the case in January. We knew where we were, but moving forward, it's looking like we've got funds available to almost progress with targets. Looking at the squad, looking to build on what we've already sort of put in place, which we feel like is a strong squad, but we can add to that in the right areas at the right sort of age, with the right experience. And it's not just the quality of player, it's what they come with, what they offer the group, and what we're missing.
In terms of what it will allow you to do, will it open up new avenues? How do you see what this money will let you do?
I think, again, it's everybody's in the same market really. We haven't got obviously money to go and buy players, so we're looking for players that are out of contract, like everybody else. But again, we feel like with where the club are in terms of the environment, you know, what we can offer players, as well as the way we play. We've had a lot of conversations with players that want to come to us because of how we play and the way we do things. It allows us to have more conversations and earlier conversations to try and get them players through the door.
What's going to be the focus then in terms of recruitment? Are there areas that you're specifically looking at? Yeah,
I think it's just building on what we've done in January, in terms of offering new contracts. The lads that are already contracted at the club, and then obviously adding to that experience, leadership, and quality. I think everybody's looking for the same things, and we're no different. So we'll be working hard, and we have been working hard since January to make sure that we have the right targets. We do our due diligence on character, because I think it's a massive thing in this league, in the league above, in any league really. Is not just how good are they technically. It's you know, do they understand what it takes to win every single day? And we'll be looking at all them things, and yeah, I think the biggest thing is the fact that it's come this early and that we know what we're working with, and it allows us to have it allows us to have conversations early, and it gives us the opportunity to be sort of proactive rather than reactive.
The hope always is for any setup that you get players ready for the start of pre-season. Is that likely, or are we still in kind of the unknown territory on that one?
Yeah, no, I don't think it's as easy as what people think. You know, it doesn't matter what your budget is. Everybody again is working and fighting for the same thing. It's up to us as a club collectively, no individual, collectively to sell the club to players, and that's what we're trying to do. That's what we've tried to do over the last 12 months. But I think I'm not going to say better processes and strategies, but there's definitely them in place to give us the best chance, and that's all we want really.
So is this a big test of the process that you put in place, the first real run into a pre-season with that?
Yeah, I think so. I think 10 months, 11 months in the role, I think It was hard last season doing that, but I felt like we recruited well. In January, obviously, we knew what we had to deal with in terms of bringing in loan signings, getting players out. Whereas I feel like this will give us an opportunity to sort of build on what we've planned, the targets that we've got, and have them conversations. We believe that with what we've got, we can be competitive next season if we get the right players through the door.
You mentioned, of course, that there's still time to go with this season. Yeah. What's the goals for these last 5 games?
I think it's to finish the season as strong as we can. We're fully aware of the situation in terms of injuries. It's a tough position to be in terms of. You're trying to give people opportunity, lads that haven't played, younger players, Bobby Faulkner, Liam Ravenhill, Eddie Barlow, Adam Long, players like that. Kieran Agard's come in, hasn't played many minutes and done really well in terms of sort of. I feel like everybody's fighting for the club and wanting to try and get a result on the board and build from it. It's not always easy. You're playing teams that are fighting for things, and we've just got to continue that till the end of the season and make sure that we represent the club in the best possible way.